it's Chrissy, and for today's middle school video, we are going to be talking about and then making Guatemalan worry dolls. 2020 has been extremely hard on all of us. There's been so much going on around the world, and all of those events and changes might have caused a lot of stress and worry in your life and in the lives around you. Although we cannot give you the perfect solution to all these worries, and trust me, we really wish that we could, what we can do is provide a small tool to help you cope. And when I say small, I mean small. Like literally, these little DIY friends are tiny. Guatemalan worry dolls are steeped in tradition and folklore and have been made for years and years as a way to help humans cope with the hard things in life. So we encourage you to make a couple for yourself, but to also make them for those around you as a wonderful and thoughtful gift. Before Miranda and I show you how to make your very own worry dolls, Mamie is going to tell you the fantastical myth behind Guatemalan worry dolls and how they have been used as a tool to relieve worries and stress for generations. Hope you enjoy!
Worry dolls, in Spanish, muñecas quitapenas, are little handmade dolls that come from Guatemala. The legend of the worry dolls begins with the Mayan princess named Ixmucane. The princess received a special gift from her father, the sun god, that allowed her to solve any problem a human could worry about. The worry doll represents the princess and her wisdom. Tradition states that Guatemalan children tell their worries or fears to the worry dolls and then put them under their pillow when they go to bed. By the time morning rolls around, the dolls have taken away the kids' worries by giving them the wisdom required to overcome them.
So now that Mamie has shared the fantastical myth, now Miranda and I are going to teach you how to make your very own worry dolls. So some supplies that you are going to need.
Muñeca is doll. Hilo de bordado is embroidery floss. Pegamento caliente o superpegamento is hot glue or super glue. Unos sharpies, some sharpies. Tijeras are scissors. Pinzas para la ropa are clothespins.
All right, so we're going to be starting off with our clothespin and some yarn or embroidery floss. So you're going to want to start by wrapping it to create its garments. So just a heads up, the first thing that you want to do to secure your first piece is by leaving a little tail and wrapping over it a few times. And if you want to change your colors in the middle to have a very special sassy garment, you want to do that same process with the next color. So once you're done wrapping it to a certain spot, you're going to want to dab a little bit of glue and make sure that your embroidery floss or yarn stays.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my super glue to glue down that little tail so I can feel confident that as I wrap, it will not come out.
I'm kind of living for mine already.
Every so often, I like to just give it another dab of glue to make sure that everything stays in place so it doesn't kind of wander up the clothespin.
I'm giving mine a bigger base than a top, so it kind of looks like a skirt. I want my worry doll to be wearing a dress. Here's the start of mine. Are you?
Oh, that looks really nice.
Thank you. So usually these worry dolls are made in Guatemala by Mayan descendants, and they're usually handcrafted and they're really tiny. And you can also put them in little houses and put them beside your bed. So I actually have some Guatemalan worry dolls that stay beside my bed always. And this is their tiny house. And just so you can see what they look like, here's an example of one. So ours are going to be a little bigger today, but that's okay. Do worry dolls have to be a certain gender?
No, they can actually be any gender. They're more a confidant or a friend to whisper your worries to.
I like that. So we don't have to gender our worry dolls. Okay, so it looks like Miranda has hers all wrapped up. So the next step that you can do is add some arms. So you can take some toothpicks and hot glue them on, or super glue. You could also add sleeves to your arms if you would like to, so that would just take some more time wrapping with embroidery floss or yarn. It's up to you.
So when you were done with your arm, you're basically gonna glue it to the side of your muñeca, just like that. And then we'll do the other side, and you will have 2 arms.
2 arms.
Okay, so real quick, for my doll's hair, what I like to do is I take some hair colored yarn and I kind of loop it around so that it looks like this. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna take another piece of that yarn and tie a knot right in the middle of my loop. Once I've done that, I can glue the knot onto her head and cut bangs out from one end of the yarn. And it's like she has long hair and bangs.
That is a much better technique than I did. I took some embroidery floss because I did not have any yarn, and kind of picked a hair color as well, and just created a loop and glued it on top of the clothespin and kind of gave her a side ponytail. And it was really fun because I actually used my hair cutting scissors to cut my hair. Only the best for my worry doll.
There we go. She's got some pretty puffy bangs and the little ponytail in the back.
I'll tell you, that's what I look like in the morning when I wake up, just bangs. Fully going. I also decided to add a little extra accessory to mine and gave her a braided belt.
Oh, beautiful. Yes, and in the past when making worry dolls, I've used yarn to give them little scarves. You can use beads if you want to decorate their outfit. Really, any little thing you have around, you can use glitter if you want. You can give them earrings with little glitter stars.
Are you ready for the next step?
Yes, I believe she and I both are.
Perfect. So the next step is going to be using a permanent marker to draw eyes and a mouth on your worry doll. So let's go for it. All right, so we kind of have ours done. Would you like to show your other ones that you've made?
Yes, okay, so here is a doll that I made a couple days ago, whose arms turned out very nicely. You see?
Ah, and a leopard scarf.
Yes, that's the scarf I was telling you about. You know, there's that slit in your clothespin. Oopsies, sorry. I wondered if you could maybe make pants.
Mm-hmm. So you could do, at home, you could do either one.
Mm-hmm. As a side note, if we have any younger people watching who may not want to fiddle with all the detail of embroidery thread and drawing faces and hair and all that, you can also make extremely simple worry dolls with pipe cleaners. And here's my example worry doll right beside her. So they're friends. Okay, so with this worry doll, maybe it took 5 minutes. I used yarn, pipe cleaners, and a hub. So this is how I did it. We used some yarn. I did my same style, looped it and tied a knot in the middle. And I formed some pipe cleaners. Here, I still have some. I formed these into the shape of a body. And I wrapped yarn around her to make her a little dress. I guess she is a Girl Scout, maybe? So she has her sash on. I just added that one in. But again, if you don't have all the materials for the super detailed doll, you can still do this with pipe cleaners and yarn. And she will serve the same purpose for you.
My research saw that, like, in the actual worry dolls can be made out of so many different types of materials. So clothespins, pipe cleaners, wire, paper, anything that you have around the house, you can pretty much do this with. So now that we have our worry dolls made, let's go over how to actually use them. Sound good?
Yeah.
Pretty simple steps here. So step number 1. You need to think deeply on anything that might worry you or stress you out, scare you, any strong emotions like that. So you're going to think on it, and then you're going to tell your worry doll. And so that's why it's really important to keep them beside your bed, because you want to do this at night right before you go to sleep. So you want to tell your worry doll all of your different worries, and then place them underneath your pillow. So the hope is that in the morning when you wake up, all of your stress and fears and worries and all of those things, your doll has taken them on, and you wake up in the morning feeling a lot less worried, a lot less stressed, a lot less scared about things. So, and your doll is strong enough to hold all of those worries in.
Yeah.
Yes. I know I'm going to make a couple of more, because I also heard that it's really good to have one per day of the week. So you like to have 7 dolls for every single day of the week. So I'm going to get to wrapping all of mine together so that I can have all 7. Sound good?
Great.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for participating in our Worry Doll Challenge. And I hope that all of y'all at home enjoy your worry dolls and use them. And if you do make them, make sure to take a picture and tag us on Facebook or Instagram. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.